Hi guys, today we'll be making bread, the easiest and tastiest bread ever. I will not only be making one way bread, but two. The best part is that it's one dough and two different bread types. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, now into the ingredients. So the ingredients that I'm going to tell you right now are simple. You just need 4 cups of flour, 3/4 cup of milk, warm milk, 3/4 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, half a tablespoon of baking powder. These are the measuring spoons. 1 tablespoon of yeast powder, half a tablespoon of salt, 1/4 cup of oil, and 2 big tablespoons of yogurt, or one size yogurt that you eat by yourself. They're both the same measurements. Now we just put the flour on the side, and we're gonna be taking our 3/4 cup of milk that's warm, and we put in our 3/4 cup of warm water into the milk. And then we'll be putting 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of yeast powder, half a tablespoon of baking powder. Scoop it all out. Make sure there's nothing left inside. And 2 big tablespoons of yogurt. Make sure you take all of the ingredients into there, except for the salt. We don't put that yet. We'll just mix it a little bit. And we wrap it. And now we go into the flour and put in the salt that we left on the side. After the 5 minutes that we've left it wrapped, we're just gonna open it up. We're now going to bring the mixture of the flour and the salt that we made a while ago. And we're just gonna pour in the mixture, the liquid mixture, into there. As you can see. Then we're gonna mix it slowly and thoroughly until everything is mixed together and nothing's by itself, like the flour on the side. We gotta get everything into the mixture. Then we put the oil. You could use 1/4 cup of oil, olive oil, or any other oil like mazola, any kind you want. And we're just gonna mix it till we get a good texture as shown. We take a little bit of flour and just spread it around the dough. Now, an important part here, do not put the dough on a flat surface unless you've put in flour there, or it will stick and it'll be hard to remove. So we just put some flour for us, easier to roll up and cut and measure it down. So now we wrap it and leave it for 5 minutes to let it set a little bit. And now I'm measuring here 40 grams for each dough. Each piece of dough, like each piece of bread, is 40 grams. As you can see, I already have split in it. This is for the Egyptian bread, the flat bread. As you know, we're making 2 kinds, the Egyptian bread, the Fino bread, which is hot dog bread. And after we measure it, we put it under a towel and leave it there for 5 minutes. Then we're gonna take some flour and take each ball of dough, which is 40 grams each, and we're just gonna roll it up. And I'm going to show you how to do that, how to make it as flat but not too thin so it can bake correctly. Now here we're just gonna put it under a towel and let it sit when we make our other bread, which is the Fino bread. That's like the hot dog kind of bread. But first we're gonna take little pieces of dough, really tiny piece, just to have the parchment paper stick to the pan. This large pan we have here, baking sheet, parchment sheet, whatever you'd like to use. And we're just gonna place it and stick it down. So the other half of the dough that we left on the side, same thing, 40 grams each piece, and we're just gonna roll it up as shown. Make sure to watch this correctly, how I'm patting it down and how I'm rolling it up, so you could be able to do it yourself. And we just put it on the paper and we redo this multiple times till we finish the dough. I'll show you one more time how to do it, just to make sure you know the technique. And it's very simple and easy, but you just gotta make sure you roll it up correctly so it bakes properly. Every roll we pinch on the two sides. You just widen it on the end a little bit, and we roll again, pinch, roll, pinch, roll. And we pinch the ends. You don't want any bubbles or anything, so. And we pinch close the end, the two sides. You just roll it down and tap it a little bit, slightly. And that's how you shape it. This here, you guys asked me in my other video what pan I use, and I use the Rock Plus. It's really good for grilling, as you could see, making eggs, anything flat, pancakes. You could also grill vegetables, chicken, meat. Alright, so for the flat bread, we will just be putting the pan on high. We're going to be trying it on the pan on the left first, and then we'll go into the large pan on the right. We're just going to leave it on the pan. The pan is on high heat. We're going to leave it until we see some bubbles, which will be shown. Here are the little small air bubbles. That's when you know you put it in the oven when it's open on high broil. We're gonna have the oven open. We're just gonna see it like have a big bubble and make it open from the inside. You're just gonna see. You could see right now. Place the bread on the top, the surface, where the heat is very strong. Now we'll be trying it on the big pan. We're just gonna place it there until we see some bubbles, air bubbles. Then we'll be doing the same and putting it in the oven, and we're gonna watch it rise. And that's when you know it's done. If you want it a little burnt, crispy, then you leave it in for a little until you see it the way you like it. If you want it like soft, you leave it in there just for a little bit. It's your desire. As you can see here, this is where it starts rising. It looks like big bubbles. Until it fully goes into a ball, that's when it's ready. And that's it. This is the bread, the flat bread. You could make turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, any type of sandwich you want. You open it and there's nothing stuck together. The two surfaces are split. It's really easy to make and it's healthy. As you could see, it was hot. That's why my hands were like letting go of the bread. But as you can see, it's really soft, really easy to open and cut. Very yummy as well. This dough made around 9 servings, as you can see. Now we go into the Fino bread, which is like the hot dog bread. First, we'll be taking 1 egg. You just gotta take out the white, the egg white, and you just leave in the yolk, because that is what we'll be needing for our little coat on the bread. So we just pour that into another bowl, and then we take 1 tablespoon of milk, and we just mix it with a fork till it's fully mixed. Then we take like a little brush, and we're just gonna brush it on the bread so it can get a golden look on top. Now we will be putting in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes on 380 degrees in America, 180 in Egypt. Check on it after 15 minutes, check on it, yeah, and see that it's like that, and you just give it another 5 minutes, which makes it up to 20. And that's when it becomes like a golden brown on the surface, just like this. That's when it's ready. See how shiny it is? That's because of the golden coat we gave it. And that's your Fino bread, the hot dog bread, basically. And this is how it looks. It's very soft on the inside. It's amazing, very tasty. You could also literally eat this by itself from how good it tastes. And yeah, you could put hot dog, anything, meat, chicken, kebab, anything you want. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys try this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.